this week we're talking about Snow White. That's our review for this week. Now, this movie had a pretty disastrous opening. Domestically, it made 43 million. Uh, Worldwide, it made less than 100 million this weekend.
Yeah, it's like lower than probably the lowest thing they've ever done in terms of live action remakes, I would assume.
Um, it,
Which, I don't know, Dumbo? Probably, I guess.
Dumbo, yeah. That's a good question. Well, first of all, the reviews are horrible. I mean, it's getting review bombed like crazy. It has a 1.6 on IMDb.
Wow.
Now, that is absolutely positively a fake number, and it's not a one movie. That's
So it's
like
supposed to be out of 10?
out of 10, 1.6 out of 10.
Yeah. This movie wasn't a movie, it was just pictures.
Yeah, it's like that movie was so unbelievably review bombed. It's crazy. It's like so many people are just big
Yeah.
babies. Um, yeah, I mean, it has really bad reviews. Let me look at the Rotten Tomatoes really fast. It has a 42% critic score, which is pretty bad, and a 74 audience score. So that's like a C, or like
Mm-hmm.
it's like an okay movie. Yeah. So yeah, not great. Um, yeah, it made $88 million worldwide opening weekend. That's that's pretty bad. Um,
There's no way that's not the worst of. You don't have to look that up, but there's just no way. I don't think any of them would have done that bad.
yeah.
So what
Uh,
do you think it'll end up making? Like 200?
I I don't know. I mean, first of all, this movie was made for like $350 million.
Oh yeah, it's not recouping for sure.
It's
Yeah.
been a development for so long, and then they had there was like COVID and all that stuff. So I mean,
Yeah.
this
And that doesn't even
movie,
include advertising costs. I mean, there's no way they don't lose money on this.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
they break even. Maybe if it somehow does the same that it made in the second weekend, which I doubt.
yeah. Well, it's like Captain America, right? I was like the floor for that movie for me. I was like 400 million, and it's
Mm-hmm.
past 400 million. Um, this movie, when I talk with dad and stuff, he's like, "Well, the floor is low, like Dumbo or whatever. It might not even make as much as Dumbo, which was made like 350. So yeah, this could be in the two range, which would be a disaster for this movie. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
pretty.
thinking it'll make like 250. That's kind of like my projection, if not lower. I will really laugh if it only gets 200.
Well, people were talking about like Mufasa, right? It opened to like 35 million domestic, but worldwide it opened to 110
Mm-hmm.
for the opening weekend, and then that went on to make 700 million. This movie ain't gonna be a small opening and have crazy legs and go to $500 million. Um, yeah, so yeah, we're probably looking at low 300s to like 250. Yeah. Um, so yeah, pretty bad. Um, yeah, this is definitely going to be a bomb. I know when we were looking at the draft, I wasn't going to touch the movie. There's too much bad press.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to touch it either.
I
Yeah.
mean, Gal Gadot is just not the right choice for the Evil Queen. It's just they made it more into a musical. Um, it just had all the knocks against it, really. and I just don't, and it's been done and done and done. Like Snow White has been done more, not just Disney, like other people have done Snow White. They, it was such a popular movie when it came out in the 30s,
Hmm.
but I mean, it's been done so many times. It's not Disney didn't create it. It's a story that can be told, and it's just no one's interested. I don't even think Snow White was even that popular of a princess. They just made it because it was a princess movie. Um, uh, Now, that being said, do I think this movie is horrible? No. Do I think this movie is great? No. I cannot deny that this movie has been made. Uh, I mean, it's average movie, I think. Um, uh, for me, the plot is it's a thin plot, and there was parts in this movie that just felt like it was just kind of meandering, and like there's a scene where they have like kind of like a party, and I was like, why are we having this party? They're just like playing polka music and stuff. I get they're German or whatever, it's a German folk tale or whatever, but I
Mm.
was like, they're just like hanging out. um and they do like a musical thing where they like go in like slow motion or whatever. And it's a very like musical thing to do, uh, where you stop and have a song, obviously. But I don't know. I thought the movie was fine. I It's forgettable. It's very much in line with Mufasa for me. It's just a forgettable movie. Um, Seemed pretty phoned in. Pascal
Hmm.
Hall wrote the extra music for this. And those are the guys who did The Greatest Showman and Dear Evan Hansen and, you know, very famous La La Land music. Like, and this was very much, I felt like they're just like Lin-Manuel did on Mufasa. It's very, they did the work, but it's fine. I mean, her song that they give her is decent,
Hmm.
but I mean,
Laura liked the music.
she can sing, but it sounds like their music. It all has that kind, like that song specifically is that has that like the driving sound to it. It's like bum 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 bum, like that thing that they do. But it's not. I would rather listen to the Greatest Showman music or whatever. It's all that same kind of progressing. She sings her little. It's called an "I Want" song. That's what that kind of song is in a musical. Um, but I just it's generic. It sounds like the song that they wrote for Aladdin. Jasmine has a song. It's just like, you know, the strong, power song for the girl to sing. It's fine. Um, the My favorite song in the movie is "Hi Ho," and that's from the original movie. So that the dwarfs sing, and they just expanded the song for this movie, I think.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I fell asleep at some of this movie. I I think I might have missed Hi Ho, to be honest. But
Oh, really?
I I just like there would be like something happening, and then like I drift off, and then like an arrow would get shot into something, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm watching a movie."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought the movie was fine. I thought she did a good. She was just fine. That Rachel Zegler, she can sing. Like, you know, she's a really
Yeah, I
good
think she
singer.
did good singing. My problem with it is the romance. They had no chemistry. It was bland. Gal Gadot was horrible. I think she looks the part, but I mean, I don't. That's it.
Yeah,
She was like,
they just went on Look, and she was
mm-hmm,
attached in 2019 to be in
mm-hmm,
this movie. So it's after Wonder Woman and stuff. It's just she was popular after Wonder Woman. I mean, like this is like the only thing that has been like a consistent during the production of this movie is Gal Gadot's in it, and that's probably because she's not in anything else other than Wonder Woman. So like she, there's no conflicts because she, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah. I mean, her singing was okay, but I'm sure they fixed her sound in post. I I thought her song was lame, and they brought they reprised the song later in the movie. And it's like I felt like they were like a lot of times in this movie, like I said, it was kind of meandering where they would just go, "Oh yeah, we got to go back to like the Snow White things that people know, like the poison apple and stuff." Um, they were like, "Oh yeah, we got to like go back to what like the new stuff wasn't like the how they have it set up just wasn't that interesting. It was all kind of generic. Like he wants to, like he's fighting for the name of the king in the name of the king or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like there was a little bit of new stuff. First of all, this story's been around for a million years, so I don't think we're going to do any spoilers because there isn't really any spoilers to this. But yeah, like I mean, she dies and comes back in like 3 seconds, um, and they have like everyone's like somber or whatever, um, and for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's literally touched on for like a second, and that's like the big part, right? Of
Yeah,
the original.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I just don't think they wanted to like dwell on the her being asleep and stuff for that long. But it was just like this movie was like an hour and 50 minutes, and I feel like there's chunks of time where it's just like we don't know what to do.
Yeah, they could have cut some of it down, but
Yeah,
they probably did cut some of it down already.
probably the dwarves. I thought looked fine. They weren't like people were saying they're like nightmare fuel. I'm not seeing that. I thought they looked fine. They weren't like horrible looking. Um,
I honestly thought they should have just cut them. They already kind of did. They didn't really do much.
yeah,
They already cut them out of the title.
yeah. Just called it Snow White. Yeah, I mean, you can't really do that. But
I mean, you pretty much did.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean,
They
they
did
didn't.
nothing. Like Jock fixed up the guy or something, and
Yeah,
then
that's
they
true.
just didn't do much.
That is a good point. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna cut out the dwarves of the movie. I can see why you feel that way, but I don't think they're going to. Um, yeah, did you think they looked weird? I mean, I think they look weird,
No,
but
I mean, yeah, they're not like CGI like monsters, and I
yeah,
don't think they're nightmare fuel, but
they
I
definitely,
don't think they were done well or
yeah,
anything.
they definitely did the most work on Dopey, for sure.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
he's like the only one that really had lines.
well, and also I think I mean, that's a character that's kind of beloved. I feel like from the original Dopey, and that's always like kind of cutesy or whatever. And
Yeah.
I thought I did
Hmm.
like his design actually, and I thought he was cute. I think the guy who did the voice for him, who is actually that guy in that Jennifer Lawrence movie, No Hard Feelings, he's that guy. Um, who, yeah, I think he did a good job. Um, and he's also actually he played Evan Hansen in Dear Evan Hansen, which is the music is done by Pasek and Paul, so there's a little connection there. I thought he did a good job, and I thought that was, I think, my favorite part of this movie was Dopey.
Was Dopey.
Yeah,
I think Laura said she liked him as
I
well.
don't know. There
So
was like I liked that little thing they did where he like didn't talk or whatever. I liked that. I think that you know he was telling the story. I liked that whole plot beat. I liked that. That was the only real difference I think that they kind of did with it. I mean, I don't remember Snow White, so I don't know if she was like the princess the whole time. I don't know if that's in the original or whatever, or not, because I don't remember. So
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's like the bad witch comes in afterwards and stuff. I think so. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's like rebels or anything. I that I don't think the guy's a rebel. I think he's like just some dude or something. I honestly don't remember. He's not a rebel though. There's no rebels in it.
I thought he was a prince. I thought she wasn't,
Yeah,
and then I thought he was a prince, and then she becomes a princess. I thought that's how it goes. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
well
don't
versed. Snow
remember.
White was never my thing. I don't really like any of the princess, like Cinderella's.
I like Jasmine,
Yeah, but
if you're
that's
considering
no.
that.
I'm talking about the
But I think you
princess
mean
movies.
like traditional.
I'm not talking about
Yeah,
Aladdin. Aladdin is about Aladdin, right? Mulan,
yeah,
she marries a general. She's not really a princess, even though they put her in the princesses. Um, you know,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and like, I like Hercules and stuff. Like, I'm not like the princess, like Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Snow White. I'm really not like a big fan of those, really. So,
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. But I liked Maleficent because well, first of all, I like the characterization and I like Angelina Jolie. I think Maleficent is one of the best ones that they've done. Like, I liked the Jungle Book live action. Like, I like basically, I don't like the princess ones. So I don't know. I thought this movie was fine. I am at a 5.5 because I liked Dopey.
Okay. If anything, I'm between a 4 and a 5. I'll get it a 5 to be nice. I don't know if it wasn't bad. I don't know. I was so bored I was falling asleep. But
like I said, I feel like
I just didn't get. Go ahead.
I feel like everything kind of evened out for me because like there was bad stuff and good stuff, but nothing. There was no. It wasn't. Nothing pushed it like really high, like pushed it to positive, and nothing like really made it negative. I don't think Gal Gadot was horrible. I thought she was like there. So, yeah. So it's like that's why I'm at like like I said, 5.5.
Yeah. I won't give it a 4 just because, for one, it's a musical. It's not even my type of movie. So I feel like it already had that against it for me. And then I just thought the story overall was boring. And then I thought no one had any chemistry with anyone. So, yeah, I'll just give it a 5. But yeah, if I had to do a decimal or something, it would be a 4.5 for me.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I mean, this won't be in anybody's top 10. It'll be forgotten about.
No,
I never even
this.
saw Dumbo, so I don't even know.
Yeah,
I think what's that? They made the sequel to Alice in Wonderland. I think that bombed. I wonder how much that made. That might be the lowest one.
Yeah. We went to Olive Garden before, and they usually ask you, "What are you guys doing?" And they asked, we were saying we went to Still Light, and she was like, "I don't think anyone has told me they were going to see that movie. Like, no one has seen it." And I was like, fair.
Alice Through the Looking Glass made $300 million. So that is actually the lowest one. So we'll see if can do better than Alice Through the Looking Glass.
We'll see.
We'll see how The Drop does this weekend. This weekend, they got the biggest competition is the Jason Statham movie, a Working Man. Like that's like the biggest competition it's got new movie wise. So yeah, this one, this is a skip it for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, complete skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're really bored and you want some Disney thing to watch, I guess watch it for free on Disney Plus, but that's that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
yeah.
This isn't a Disney Plus subscribe to see this
No,
movie
absolutely
type
not.
movie.
You're
Yeah.
you need something different to watch, and you want something Disney, I guess, because you need Disney injected into your veins, I
Or
guess.
you want a musical. I don't know if you like musicals. It's an okay one. I don't know. Maybe it was because we watched Wicked all of that not that long ago, but it was like this choreography blows. They're just like throwing their hands up in the same spot and singing. I don't know.
In this movie,
In this movie, yeah. I was like, because Wicked just looks way better to me. In this one, they were just like,
Wicked is way better.
I don't know. It is way better. I know that's not.
I
It's
don't even
obvious,
remember
but
any choreography in this movie.
yeah, well, there's dance parts where they're like dancing in town. It's all in town. They're doing the same thing.
Oh yeah,
They aren't really moving positions. They're just kind of like singing in the same spot. I don't know.
I didn't like the song in the beginning. It just like there's no like, and it ended, and it was weird. A lot of the songs in this didn't have like a big ending. It was just kind of like it just kind of like trailed off. I was like, and they did it like more than once in this. The only one that had something like that really was the one that Gal Gadot sung, and it's like yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. There's actually really not that much music in this. There's like 5 songs really altogether, because a couple of them they sing them again.
Re-sing
Yeah, so it's like really only like 5 songs. But yeah, they did it more. They did it more like as a musical though. Yeah, with like exposition and stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Wicked is infinitely better than this movie.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I just thought the sets, like there was like almost 0 sets. There was like castle, town, forest.
Yeah,
That was it.
it's like if you saw Wicked, which is like a great musical that ran for a long time, and then you saw a musical that ran for like 2 months and then is never heard from again. That's basically what this was like. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, you can just skip that one. Not that great. Definitely will be a forgettable movie. Thank you so much for watching part of the Daniel and Andrew Show. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a notification of a brand new video. If you don't like looking at our faces, no problem. There's always a full audio version of the podcast wherever you find your podcast. Thanks, and enjoy.